Thank you so much. The Right Honorable Samuel Tsokoane Matekane, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Lesotho, senior government officials, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Hotso Pula Nala. Please allow me to pay my respects to His Majesty King Letsie III. I'm particularly honored to represent His Excellency President Paul Kagame at this National Leadership Forum. On his behalf, I extend Rwanda's warm greetings to the leadership and the people of the Kingdom of Lesotho. We meet today out of a shared conviction, a conviction that meaningful transformation in our countries and on our continent requires honest reflection on governance, leadership, and development. Please allow me to express our sincere appreciation for this invitation to share our experiences. When Rwanda reflects on its journey, we do so with humility, recognizing that every country has its own context and no model is universally transferable. It is in that context that I will share a few practical lessons from Rwanda's experience that may help inform our collective reflection today. When Rwanda emerged from the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994, the country faced immense challenges. Institutions had collapsed, the economy was devastated, and communities carried deep trauma. Yet, even in those difficult circumstances, one thing remained within our control, and that is the choices we made about the future. Under the leadership of His Excellency President Paul Kagame, Rwanda made a defining decision. We would not allow our circumstances to define the limits of our ambitions. We would think beyond immediate constraints and will focus relentlessly on improving the lives of our citizens. It is this principle that I would like to reflect on through 3 lessons from Rwanda's experience. The first lesson is the courage to plan for a future that does not yet exist. In the early 2000s, Rwanda adopted Vision 2020, an ambitious plan to transform a largely subsistence agriculture-based economy into a knowledge-based, middle-income country. While not every target was achieved, Vision 2020 succeeded in creating direction, discipline, and national coherence. It aligned institutions around shared priorities and encouraged leaders to think beyond short-term challenges. The most important achievement was not any single statistic. It was creating a culture where long-term planning guided day-to-day decisions and where institutions remained focused on common national goals. Today, Rwanda continues that journey through Vision 2050. And the lesson is simple. Countries make greater progress when they are guided by a clear and ambitious vision of where they want to go. The second lesson is learning to turn what you have into what you need. Following the genocide against the Tutsi, Rwanda faced another challenge beyond reconstruction. Much of the world knew Rwanda only through the lenses of tragedy. The question before us was how to build a different future and a different narrative. Rwanda is a small, landlocked country with limited natural resources. So rather than focusing on what we lacked, we asked ourselves a different question. What strengths do we possess, and how can we build on them? We invested in our natural assets, our safety, and our governance. We developed the tourism and invested in mass infrastructure, not simply to attract visitors, but to reposition Rwanda as a country where people could invest, innovate, do business, and engage with a modern and forward-looking Africa. In doing so, we sought to move from being defined by our tragedy to being recognized for our resilience, our ambition, and opportunity. The same principle guided our efforts in public service delivery. Through platforms such as Irembo, citizens can access government services more efficiently and transparently. Technology became a tool to improve service delivery, to reduce bureaucracy, and bring government closer to citizens. We have applied similar thinking to economic management. Rwanda does not possess vast natural resources, yet through prudent management, strong institutions, and effective mobilization of domestic resources, we have maintained strong economic growth. Today, grants account for only a small share of our national budget, reflecting our determination to progressively finance our own development and reduce dependency on external support. None of this would be possible without accountability. The fight against corruption is one that must be relentless and continuous. President Kagame has consistently maintained that no one is above the law. Public trust depends on fairness, integrity, and accountability at every level. The third lesson is ensuring that citizens are not merely beneficiaries of development, but active participants in it. After 1994, Rwanda recognized that rebuilding institutions would require rebuilding trust between leaders and citizens. Development could not be something done for people. It had to be something done with them. This understanding gave rise to initiatives such as Umushyikirano, that is Rwanda's national dialogue, a platform where citizens directly engage leaders, raise concerns, ask difficult questions, and hold institutions accountable. It is grounded in a simple principle that citizens are not only consulted at elections, but remain active participants in national dialogue year-round. This principle is also reflected in Imihigo, where leaders commit to measurable targets and are evaluated on their delivery. So together, these mechanisms help ensure that governance remains connected to people it serves, and that development reflects citizens' priorities and aspirations. Excellencies, brothers and sisters, Rwanda does not claim to have all the answers. Our journey remains a work in progress, and many of the solutions that have worked for us may not be suitable elsewhere. Every nation must find its own path, informed by its history, culture, and circumstances. Just as Rwanda is pleased to share aspects of its experience, we have also come here to listen and learn. We are humbled by the opportunity that Rwanda continues to have, not only to learn from others, but also to modestly share aspects of our own journey beyond our borders. Through United Nations peacekeeping missions and bilateral arrangements, thousands of Rwandan military and police personnel have served in countries affected by conflict and instability, working alongside host nations and international partners to promote peace, security, and institution building. In the same spirit, Rwanda cooperation has become a practical platform for peer-to-peer learning and technical cooperation. Through exchanges in areas such as digital transformation, domestic resources mobilization, public service delivery, and governance reforms, Rwanda has partnered with countries across Africa and beyond, including Eswatini, Guinea, Zambia, Chad, Nigeria, Jamaica, and indeed Lesotho. We particularly value the exchanges that have taken place between Lesotho and Rwanda in recent years, which reflects our shared commitment to learning from one another's experience. We are eager to strengthen these ties for the benefit of our two people. As I conclude, let me also emphasize that as Africans, we must have confidence in our own potential. Our continent is richly endowed with talent, resources, and opportunity. What determines our success is not the absence of potential, but the presence of leadership that unites people and mobilizes those resources around a shared vision. Partnerships will remain important, but Africa's future will be shaped by what we do with what is already within our reach. As leaders, we must take responsibility, strengthen institutions, fight corruption, mobilize domestic resources, and empower citizens as co-creators of development. Ultimately, leadership is about more than managing the present. It is about helping people believe in a better future and creating the conditions to realize it. Africa has what it takes. We have what it takes. The question is whether we will rise to our responsibility and build together the prosperous, peaceful, and self-reliant continent our people deserve. I thank you for your kind attention and wish you every success as you continue building a stronger and more prosperous Lesotho. I thank you for your kind attention.